Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Game 1 was fun. Why not do it again? Game number 2 brings us to our first game out of 4 in the 17U division. It is the Warkats and OSF up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Smacked into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
And there's another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Good morning once again from Schweickert Field on the campus of John Carroll University. Game number 2 of the day brings us to the wild card of the 17U division of the 2025 Jakob Gehring Wood Bat Memorial World Series as number 4 Warkats take on the number 5 seed OSF McCoy. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this morning live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Should be a good battle between two teams looking to make it to the 1 o'clock window to take on the ever-dangerous Premier Ohio Gambetta squad, the favorites entering the tournament and the favorites by seed. But the focus is on this game right now as you have two teams with a lot of pedigree, but from two different regions. The Warkats from the more Stark County area with plenty of Federal League players, and then you have OSF, more of the east side with Lake Catholic, Perry, Riverside, Mayfield, West G, Geneva, and more. On the mound today for the Warkats, it is going to be number 19, RJ Sioka. And he is going to look to set the tempo early and often in this game for the Warkats as they are the designated home team. Once again, the winner takes on the 1 seed at 1 o'clock today. Leading it off for OSF, it is Spencer Short, the left fielder. And at 10:32, we are underway. First pitch is going to miss for a ball. Short just finished up his junior campaign at Riverside in Painesville. 1-0 driven into right center field. That one is tracked down and caught for out number 1. Nice work out in center field by Hayden Lewis. And with the leadoff man put away, that will bring in Ethan Baker. Quick first out of this game, and as well a quick start to the day. We are officially 13 minutes ahead of schedule. Baker, just like his predecessor, just finished up his junior campaign at Riverside. The Beavers had a solid campaign. I believe they did win their conference, but the talk of the town in Riverside is the softball squad, who ended up becoming Division II state champs. The 0-1 is going to miss, evening up the count. But this game is going to be another gritty battle. This could be the hottest game of the day, just given where the sun is going to sit during the ball game. We might have hotter temperatures as the day goes on, but the sun, it adds so much heat, especially with the turf that radiates it as well. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch pops up, out of play. Count now even. The Warkats looking for a quick 1-2-3 start to the game. And that would do wonders to set up the offense. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Off the dish for ball 3, and we are full. Looking at RJ Sioka, just finished up his junior campaign for the Rovers of Rootstown. Payoff pitch. Going to be in there for strike 3 looking, and there is out number 2. First strikeout of the day recorded by Sioka. 2 up, 2 down to begin the ball game, and that'll bring in Austin Caleb, the catcher. Caleb, just like the prior 2 before him, just finished up his junior season at Riverside. You can pretty much call this squad OSF Riverside. 1-0 the count on the starting catcher. Sioka winds and fires. Fly ball hit into foul territory, off to the right, tracked down, and caught just on the line, and the side is retired. It is the Warkats getting their desired start, a 1-2-3 top of the first inning. Middle of 1 in University Heights. No score. The Warkats offense looking for a hot start when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Caden Colstar, the first baseman, steps in for the Warkats to begin the bottom of the first inning. No score on SmeeSports. On the bump today for OSF, it is the state champion Quinn Stayer from Lake Catholic. Just finished up his junior season. Could be a guy that gets more innings now with the likes of Pat Radigan graduated. His first pitch of the day is going to miss for ball one. Once again, for those just tuning in, OSF, a lot of East Side talent. The Warkats, a lot of Stark County and Canton area talents. So kind of the battle of the South versus the East in Northeast Ohio. 2 balls, no strikes to begin the at-bat on Colsar. That one is going to hit now, 2-1. But Camden Colsar just finished up his junior season at field. That one fouled back, now 2-2. Both teams still trying to battle this heat. It might be early on in the day, but the longer they're on this turf, especially with the darker jerseys, the more and more they're going to feel it. The 2-2. A good drive deep to right center field. That one is in the gap and down for extra bases. Colsar cruising into second. He wants more, and he is in standing with the trifecta. It's a lead-off triple for Camden Colsar. What a powerful cut. A beautiful drive deep into right center field. No chance they were going to catch up to that one. And the opening run now 90 feet away for the Warkats. The early decision is the power of Stark County already overpowering. But in all fairness, field, I believe, in Portage. And now that brings in Hayden Lewis. Ground ball right side. This will put the Warkats on the board. It is an RBI ground out to make it 1-0. It gets the job done. They might have to sacrifice an out, but a run's a run early on. The center fielder who earned the first put out of the game also earns the first run of the contest. But that will clear the bases, 1 down. DJ Parton, the rising senior at Stowe, now steps in as he swings and misses at that one for strike 1. But the more you look at this roster, still a group based in Stark County and North Canton, but a lot of Summit as well. Almost barehanded on the mound. Throw from short is true for out number 2. Nice attempt on the mound from Stayer. Just couldn't glove it or barehanded in time. Either way, the out is recorded after that big triple. 2 down. And now it is going to be number 28, Cole Seidler, the rising senior at field, stepping in. A lot of field, a lot of Stowe on this roster. A couple STVM, 1 playing today in Hurley. But a good mix. First pitch runs inside and goes to the backstop, 1-0. In this game, a stark contrast to the last one. We have a run early on in the game. It took us until the 4th inning of game number 1 to finally get our opening run. And keep in mind, there were only 5 combined when that one was all said and done. Driven into left field. That one is going to drop in the infield and skip on into left. It is a 2-out single for Seidler. And the catcher is on with a solid hit. Most likely will now have a courtesy runner in for him, just depending on if he wants it. But I guess he's going to stay out there. One of the first times that we've seen it where the catcher's going to run for himself. And that is a solid move. I like it. Now Evan Barker, the DH, steps in. Barker just finished up his junior campaign for the Stowe Monroe Falls Bulldogs. Fly ball hit into right center field. This one has a chance for extra bases. It is another right field gap shot. Barker into 2. That is run number 2 coming around and scoring right now. And that makes it 2-0. Warkats on top. Another powerful drive. Second gap shot into right today. That time it's the DH Barker doing the business. And the Warkats living up to that war tendency. They are out for blood early, and they are getting it. Now Grady Winder, the third baseman, steps in. There is some Federal League pedigree at long last in this lineup. Just finished up his junior campaign at Lake. For those who are new to the channel, we don't cover Federal League, but we definitely know and respect how dangerous and revered that conference truly is. First pitch off the plate for ball one. In the top of the second for OSF McCoy, it is Rudder, Galatis, and Rameli set to hit. And now we will have a runner in for the DH. But 2-0 your score. 2 early runs for the Warehouse Warkats. Another shot to right field. That one is down for a single. They are going to send the courtesy runner home. The play at the plate is in time, and the side will be retired that way. It's an excellent relay in. Still a single for Widner, but at long last, the inning is over after the 4th hit of the frame. 3rd in a row from the Warkats. Their offense has been on fire to begin this game. Just got a little too greedy in the end at home, and that is their undoing in the first. But they're not going to really cry over that one. Through one, it is the number 4 seed up 2-0 on OSF Baseball. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. OSF's offense looking to respond in the top of the second inning, down 2-0 to the Warehouse Warkats. The winner of this game will take on Premier Gambetta in the 1 p.m. time slot. Still, I believe, 60 days away from NFL football, but still, why not have a 1 p.m. start time on a Sunday? Kind of reminds us of what is to come, and also reminds us that we are still in the heat of the summer. Once again, still 3 more weekends of summer baseball left to go in tournament play. Should be a fun finish here on the channel. I don't know where we're going to be next weekend offhand. Then the next 2, we will be at the NABF World Series. Should be a fun way to wrap up this summer. Powerful foul from Rudder. Now count 0-2. But it is Case Rudder, Aiden Galatis, and Jackson Rameli this inning. And now we are going to see the catcher Seidler go and talk out with Sioka. Trying to stay on the same page is going to be key for both of them, and especially with the game coming up after this, the quicker they can get this game done, the better for them. The 0-2 ground ball hit to the left side of the infield, scooped up at short. Throw to one is low, but picked not in time. That one is going to get behind, and the leadoff man is aboard. Good hustle down the line from Rudder as he is able to beat out the throw regardless of where it was officially placed. And that'll put on Galatis with 1 down, one on, nobody down. But OSF trying to get a good response here. First pitch going to miss, ball 1. This is going to be a tough game for both squads. They're going to have to grind it out and kind of play with the elements here. Especially high pop-ups, they're going to have to try and make those plays. And here's a chance for a high hanger, and it will be caught for out number 1. Good work by Lewis out in center. But as we mentioned throughout the day, in maybe an hour or so, the sun will officially be behind us off to the side behind the football field. And that'll make this a lot easier on the players. But it looks like it's starting to happen right now, which can kind of take out that pop-up/pop-out error equation. That'll be a pass ball, putting the opening run of the game for OSF in scoring position. It is Jackson Ramaley, the third baseman, stepping in. Ramaley just finished up his junior campaign at West Geauga. Right around second, 1 down. Sioka's 1-0. Fouled back, now 1-1. And a loud thud follows off of the backstop. Given that pass ball, this is a deeper backstop than a lot of these players are used to playing on. This is a college field with college dimensions, so they have to be aware of that. 1-1 taken upstairs for ball 2. The goal right now for OSF is to get the runner in from second base. That'll cut into their early deficit. That one fouled away, and it will bounce right back in. Now 2-2. We've heard a couple of balls go on into Don Shula Stadium and trickle down the bleachers. A couple hit off of the wood and other different buildings around here, off the bricks, off the windows of the press boxes, you name it. 2-2 down low for ball 3, but a nice block behind the dish. And that is a good adaptation from Seidler. He knows how deep that backstop is. He knows what he needs to do to adjust. He does so there, and that prevents the runner from moving up any further. Payoff pitch, chop foul towards the dugout of the Warkats. I'm sure that we'll have Premier Gambetta tune in at some point to kind of get an early scouting report on what to expect for their game at 1. Be interesting to see what they take away from this contest once we kind of have a declared path. Payoff pitch, 1 hops to second, throw to 1 is low, but in time for out number 2. But Ramaley's out not in vain, as that moves the opening run for OSF up 90 feet, now at third. And with 2 down, it is Aiden McCord, the shortstop, stepping in. McCord just finished up his junior season with Notre Dame Cathedral Latin in Chardon. First pitch is going to hit for strike 1. We saw him and the rest of his Lions squad take on Holy Name back in April at Tri-C. That was a great win for him and NDCL. 0-1, going to miss, evening up the count. Looking ahead to the bottom of the second inning, it is Robertson, Hurley, and C set to hit for the Warkats. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss, now 1-2. McCord trying to put this one in the outfield to put OSF McCoy on the board. Sioka's 1-2. Well off, and now it's a 2-2 count. Good patience from McCord, not getting trigger happy too early on in this game. Sioka winds and fires the 2-2. Drilled down the left field line. That is down for extra bases. That is an RBI hit. Now a 2-1 game. McCord into second. He slides and hops right back up. A big RBI double for Aiden McCord. OSF is on the board, and the tying run now stands in scoring position. 2-2 count, ropes it down the line, perfectly placed. And with that hustle, he is able to take an extra bag. The OSF offense starting to heat up. And that'll now bring in Reese Sass, the second baseman. Reese comes to the squad by way of Riverside High School. First pitch to Sass is off the plate for ball 1. This game appearing to be more offensive oriented than the game we just saw. And that is not a bad thing. That pitch in there now 1-1. We do like our close games here at SmeeSports, but at the same time, we also like to see some runs. The high-scoring, just grudge matches that go back and forth. High-scoring, both teams nearing double figures. Those are the fun games, as any inning can get out of hand at a moment's notice. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch taken to the left side, scooped up at third. High throw to 1 in time, and the side is retired. And most importantly there, we avoided what could have been a very nasty collision. Colsar just had to reach into the base path to pick that one up on the throw from Widner at third. Good work to be able to get there and reestablish in time, but you'll see it here on the replay. Spins out of the way of that hit. Kind of turns on the spin cycle, and that avoids any injuries for now. But OSF gets on the board, courtesy of Aiden McCord in the top of the second. The defense looks to hold up their end in the bottom of the frame. 2-1 your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Mason Robertson, the right fielder, steps into the batter's box to get us underway in the bottom of the second inning. 2-1 your score. The Warkats on top of OSF McCoy. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. 0-1 the count. Batting this inning for the number 4 seat, it's Robertson, followed up by Hurley and C. The 0-1 hit foul off of an ankle, now 0-2. Robertson, wearing number 4, comes to this squad by way of Green High School. Just finished up his junior campaign there. 0-2 the count. Stayer sets and fires. Well off the dish for ball 1. OSF today wearing a darker blue jersey with their gold lettering. The Warkats wearing black jerseys with a lighter neon green lettering. And along with the lettering, some striping as well. Both squads having very nice jerseys. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Robertson. Stayer sets and fires. Hangs it upstairs for ball 3, and we are full. And given the power of the man in the on-deck circle, you don't want to give him an opportunity to hit another gap shot. Already 2 in this game hit by the Warkats. And both to right field, no less. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes Stayer's payoff. Hit foul into the catcher's glove. It'll be strike 3 on that catch for out number 1. That's such an underrated part of the game. The catcher catching a light foul tip for strike 3. It is a big, big deal when it happens. And that is a big way to get out number 1. Rylan Hurley now steps in. He is the EH today for the Warkats. Hurley pops that one up, out of play, 0-1. We have seen Rylan a number of times on SmeeSports and on Holy Name Broadcasting, going back to my quote-unquote former employers. His St. V's Fighting Irish squad, one of the more formidable groups in Northeast Ohio. The 0-1 in there, now 0-2. We've seen a couple of other guys such as Ian Boykin, J.J. Pytash, Tyler Sloan as well this summer. It's been fun to see a lot of St. V's guys. The 0-2, hard grounder left side, scoops up at third. Throw across the diamond is going to be wide and not in time. Hurley is safe. Excellent hustle down the line by Rylan Hurley. The throw taking the first baseman off of the bag. And that is enough to put a runner on with one down. And now the question is, how do they go about moving Rylan up? We know his speed and just his power given his not only baseball but wrestling background. He could be a potential stealing candidate here. It is Antonio C., the left fielder, stepping in now for the Warkats. Hurley takes off immediately, hit right back up the middle. There's no play at 2. They get the out at 1 for out number 2. And if you are the Warkats, thank goodness Hurley took off. Otherwise, that would have been a double play to end the inning. But still, we saw Stayer do the right thing, check just in case, and then make the play. But the rising senior at Lake now puts Hurley in scoring position. Seth Bieber, wearing number 17, or Diebler, now steps in. Bieber just finished up his sophomore campaign at New Philadelphia. First pitch is going to hit for strike 1. And after Bieber, we go back to the top of the order with Kolsar. Runner at second, 2 down, 0-1 count. Hit right side, unable to sneak it through, picks up at 2, but it's a high throw to 1, and there is the tag, and he is going to somehow stay on his feet, and the side is retired, but he is down now, and that did not look good. He's clutching his knee. I think when he tried pulling up, he may have hyperextended it. We'll see the playback on the replay of the out. It was a nice put out from Sass over at second, and then you see him just try to stay up. And then eventually they get him down. But in the meantime, we will step aside as he is given his proper attention. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com. or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Deaver was able to get off of the field on his own power, still had his coaches by him, but it does appear that he is not going to remain in the game at second base. We will see who his replacement is in a few moments, but as we begin the top of the third inning, it is the Warehouse Warkats up 2-1 on OSF McCoy. Both runs scoring for the Warkats back in the first inning. Beautiful bunt down the line, but it goes foul. And then last inning, OSF was able to respond with some nice hitting. As after a big error, a double then brought him in. It was Aiden McCord getting the job done. That error really did change the game for a moment. Tying run did stand at second, just couldn't bring in McCord. And that puts us here, 1-1 game through 2 innings. For OSF, it is going to be Costello, who is in the box right now. Short and Baker set to hit this frame. OSF only batting 9. The Warkats batting 10. The most we've seen this season is a squad batting 13, and that was yesterday. That was a younger level of OSF doing that. 3-1 downstairs for ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard. Good patience in the box by Costello, and that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Spencer Short. And as well, back to the top of the order, we also go back to a bunch of Riverside Paintsville Beavers. First pitch is going to miss just above the strike zone for ball 1. Once again, the winner of this game takes on Premier Ohio Gambetta in the 1 p.m. time slot. The 1-0 in there now, 1-1. Good recovery by Schweickert on the mound, able to bring that one in. If either one of these teams is to make it to the championship game later on today, they would have to play a total of 3 contests. Ground ball through on the right side, and that'll be a big single for Short, putting 2 on with nobody out. But going back to that point, getting through this game with only 1 pitcher is going to be key. And on top of that, keeping everybody as well rested as possible, that's going to be another factor. They won't have to play back-to-back-to-back, but the winner does have to play another game right after this one. Nobody out as Baker will now step in. Runner goes, and that'll put 2 in scoring position now. A single ties up the game at a minimum. If not, gives OSF the lead. The 1-0 off the plate for ball 2. Then at the 3:15 time slot, we have OSF DeSico take on T3. The 2-0 pitch. Fouled back now, 2-1. But a lot of different championship games going on today. These are the 17U championships. We saw game number 1 of the 14U championships a little while ago. The rest of those games will be played at Lutheran West High School on the edge of Fairview and Rocky River. 2-1 is going to miss for ball 3. And time now called as we're going to see Seidler go talk to his pitcher, Schweickert. And we could see a mound visit soon for the Warcats to try and settle down the pitcher. If the bases load, I would assume we will see it, but it is not a guarantee. Three balls, 1 strike at the count. The pitch. Chopped foul towards the OSF dugout. Now a full count, 3-2. And I would assume in a somewhat timely fashion, we're going to start to see some more players for the next game start to appear here at Schweickert Field. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and there is out number 1. Schweickert able to get a big second strikeout of the day, and that will make his job in this inning a little bit easier, but not a whole lot. Still has 2 runners to deal with in scoring position. Not in all an ideal situation, but manageable now. First pitch into Kelp is a strike, 0-1 the count. If he can get out number 2 at the plate as well, that also does change things up. He will not. Deep drive to left center field. That one is down in the gap. We will have a tie game. And right away, OSF McCoy will take the lead as there is an error in left. Now cruising on into third is the catcher Calb. And the game has flipped on its head. 2 big runs come in. Both will be RBIs for Calb. But he is able to advance to third on a fielding error out in left. If it is scored the way I think it will be, that'll be a 2 RBI double for the catcher. It really doesn't matter how it gets done. It just matters that it is done. Now a 3-2 lead for OSF McCoy. Still 1 down in the frame as well. Case Rudder, the first baseman, steps back in. A chance to make it 4-2 OSF. And that might do it Fly ball into right field. It'll be caught for out number 2. They're going to send the runner home. The play at the plate is going to be a tad late, and it will be a sacrifice fly for Rudder. Make it 4-2 OSF. A big 3-run inning for the number 5 seed. And with that run, officially we have more runs in this ball game through not even 3 innings in comparison to last, which went a full 7. That just shows how much offense we've seen early on in this contest. Now Gladys steps in, and Gladys will take first base immediately. Hit him on the back, an awkward spot there. He appears to be okay, and he is going to take a short but still kind of painful trot down to first. Gladys, one of the only guys playing today in this age group who is done with high school. Only one on this roster as he just finished up his time at Mayfield. Once again on the east side. We've kind of described this game as the battle of the East versus the South in Northeast Ohio, at least based on where these teams are housed. OSF East Side, and then the Warkats in Canton/North Canton. Runner goes on a slight delay, and on the indifference, he's in. It looked like he kind of stumbled trying to get that initial jump. Either way, no contest, he's in. That puts runner number 5 in scoring position. Romelli trying to bring him in. The third baseman in this game, 0 for 1 with a ground out. The pitch in there for strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. Third strikeout today from R.J. Sioka, retires this side, but not before 3 runs come across to score for OSF McCoy. Middle of 3 in University Heights. It is OSF baseball up by 2 on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. The Warkats have some work to do as we enter the bottom of the 3rd inning. OSF McCoy up 4-2 on the number 4 seed. For those just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this morning/afternoon. Right now the time is 11:11 locally in University Heights. We are off to the races in game number 2 of the day. Still 3 more left to go after this, including 2 semifinals and then the championship game for the 17U division. First pitch is fouled off to the right side. 0-1 the count. It's the top of the order back in, starting with Kolsar, followed up by Lewis and Parton. Kolsar began the bottom of the 1st inning with a big gap shot that ended up being a triple. The 0-1 drives that one up the middle this time, and it will be caught out and straightaway center by Baker for out number 1. Good contact on the swing, but the contact right to the defense. That'll now set up Hayden Lewis with an opportunity to get on for the first time today. Hayden Lewis just finished up his junior season at Green High School, yet another group that plays their ball in the Federal League. On this roster, you also see Lake represented, and I believe that is it for the Federal League. Earlier this campaign of summer, we were at Massillon Jackson for a doubleheader. That's another big giant in the conference. The 1-0 in there now 1-1. We were scheduled to go to Hoover, but couldn't make that work in the end. And we will be at Munson in a few weeks for the NABF World Series Championships. The 1-1 off the plate for ball 2. As well as the fall season is coming back. If you're watching this and want us to cover your high school in the Cleveland or Stark County area, make sure to contact us, whether it be on one of the avenues we put on the screen during the break, or also go to the website at SmeeSports.com. Fly ball hit into right field. That one tracked down and caught for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, 2 flyouts to the outfield. That'll bring in DJ Parton, the rising senior at Stowe. The sun's starting to kind of officially go away to be behind the diamond. There is starting to be a outline of the press box made on the diamond. If we go to the wide angle, you can't see it quite yet. Kind of, you can. You can kind of see some darker turf. Maybe that is it. Maybe more just the diamond and the lighting making it seem that way. But the shade is starting to come. Now an 0-2 count on Parton, who last time up grounded out too short. Stayer looking to end the inning here. The state champs 0-2. Gonna miss off the plate for ball 1. Only 1 strikeout in this game for Stayer, and that was against Robertson. But now 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Stayer fires. Rings it right around the head and is able to have it break, but not enough break. Count now even. In the top of the 4th inning for OSF McCoy, it is McCord, Sass, and Costello set to hit at the bottom of the order. Stayers 2-2. Popped out of play. And now it is down into Don Shula Stadium, and it's going to kind of glide down the bleachers. You hear the initial thud, then you hear the da-da, da-da, all the way down. It's a beautiful sounds of the game moment. No sponsors for that yet. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Strikeout number 2 today from Stayer, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down. OSF taking control of this game as the 5 seed. The winner takes on the number 1 seed after this. Through 3, it appears to be OSF en route to that fate. 4-2 your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. And as we get back to the action, there it is on your screen, our contact information. If you want us to cover your team this summer, this fall, this whenever, you own a team, cover a team, want us to cover your team, let us know if you want us there by contacting us there. Or also, you can become a broadcast sponsor by contacting us at one of those 3 places on your screen, or once again on the SmeeSports website at SmeeSports.com. McCord fouls that one back into the netting, 0-1 the counts. For those who have been with us for a while, this has been a great year of growth all the way around. You could say the 24-25 school year, which officially came to a close on June 30th, or just 2025, as we have grown exponentially in both. And that is in large part thanks to you, the viewers on at home, whether this is your first rodeo with us or your 1,000th, which is not really possible, but if it is, congrats to you. That could also be on playback. The 1-1 in there now, 1-2. And as well, if you're a player watching this back for highlight purposes, feel free to post these highlights on your social medias. Just make sure to tag us at our socials so we can make sure you get your proper recognition. The 1-2 runs inside. It's going to miss for ball 2. McCoy so far in this game, 1 for 1 with a big RBI double. That time he swings and misses, and there is out number 1. Just too much on the follow-through. Schweickert gets his 4th strikeout. That'll now bring in Reese Sass, the second baseman, as it appears that he is going to be in. Good to see him out there after that awkward hit over at first. He will show bunt, and it goes behind, and I think he did officially follow through, so that should make it an 0-1 count. We've seen a lot of big follow-throughs today on the bunts. These teams liking to play small ball, but once you get up to like the college levels of travel baseball, you don't see it nearly as much. And speaking of that, don't know our WRCL game of the week. There's a chance we're back here on Tuesday. There's also a chance that we have a game Wednesday night, but we will see when the time comes. The 1-1 misses upstairs for ball 2. But a lot of exciting games still yet to come in this month of July. Schweickert's 2-1, grounded over towards third, bobbled, throw across is going to be wide right and not in time. And that'll put Sass on at first. A big hit or error, whichever way you score it for OSF McCoy. It shows the offense, it's still hanging in there. It's still able to produce, and this game still far from over. But a lot of that comes from the hustle from Sass as he's able to beat Widner's throw out. And now he has a chance to move along with a potential steal. He'll stay put on the first pitch as it will miss off the dish for ball 1. But still a hungry lead over at first from Sass. Justin Costello, the right fielder, and the number 9 hitter steps in. 0-0 in this game. Runner goes, but fouled behind. Now 1-1. That's one of the worst feelings as a runner. You take off, you have a good jump, all of that just to look back and see foul ball. Either A, you have to do it again, or B, you're not doing it again. But one thing that is for sure, you're going to feel a little extra tired after that sprint for nothing. Throwback not in time. And a lot of the time that is communicated between the coaches and the batters, but that usually comes on the first pitch of an at-bat, not the second. He goes again. He takes this in for ball 2, and it's good backup that keeps it close. Either way, Sass is in with a stolen base. Very surprised to see him double down and go again. I respect the decision. I absolutely love that aggression, but I'm still very surprised to have seen him done that. Now it's a 2-1 count. Now 3-1 as that one misses off the plate. But aggression on the base path is a great way to create runs. And OSF still in search of some more run supports. 3-1, runs inside, doesn't hit him, but still it's ball 4. Second walk of the day for Costello. And that'll now bring us back to the top of the order for OSF's third go-around. Spencer Short, the lefty, 1 for 2 with a flyout and a base knock in this game. First pitch in there for strike 1. Good work from Schweickert hitting the inside edge. Once again, peering off to our left. No action in the Warkats bullpen. Skied on the infield. A high hanger right in front of the mound. Caught behind. Oh, wow, that's out number 2. But the communication not really there. That could have been disastrous. They got to communicate that one. They made the play, yes, but you got to talk that one through. Infield fly also could have been on, but if nobody's on, that's a free base given up. And you don't know what happens there, but still, we will applaud the out. But they got to communicate that, and I'm sure that is going to be something they talk about in between the innings. They know it, and we know it. It's just tough because they want to make the play. They want to be that guy who gets that ball, but at the same time, you got to do it in a good fashion. Fly ball hit deep to right, and it will be tracked down in center field. Lewis able to finally catch up to it, and the side is retired. It looked like for a moment that one was going to get down as the Sun was playing tricks on the defense, but in the end, Lewis once again is able to find the ball in the gap. 2 runners left stranded by OSF in the top of the 4th inning. Halfway point of this one, it is the number 5 seed up 4-2 on the Warkats. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom of 4 at Schoonover Stadium. The Warkats offense looking for some answers, down 4-2 against the OSF McCoy 17U squad. The winner of this game has the right to take on the number 1 seed Premier Ohio Gambetta in the 1 p.m. time slot. Should be a fun game that is up next in around an hour and a half. Could be earlier, could be later, depending on how long or how quick this game is. I have a feeling this game will be done probably by 12:20, 12:25 if it remains going this way. We started, I believe, around 10:30, 10:35, and once again, it looks like for the second straight game, we're either going to be A, close to it, or B, officially go through 4 innings in an hour. Last time I think it was 5, but this game's still moving by pretty quick. The offense early on had a slower start than expected, but now the defense is really settling in. We haven't seen too much at the sticks as of late, but all it takes is 1 inning to change that. And the Warkats, down by 2, they need that big inning. Looking at how this one started, I think a lot of us expected this to be a quicker game. The Warkats to get their 8 runs, hang on to an 8-run lead, and be done in 5, but that has been anything but the case. 1-1 backs them out for ball 2. For the Warehouse Warkats, it is Seidler, Barker, and Widner set to hit in this frame. All 3 of which have hits in this game already. So now is the time for the Warkats to get the offense rolling again. Ground ball down the right side, picked up in foul territory, now 2-2. And going back to last game, we did talk to the umpires in between the innings. There was a controversial call down the line at third where the ball went foul, and that was what Premier argued. He picked it up on a hop before it hit in foul territory. That is why it wasn't a foul ball. They got the call right, and they were more than happy to explain it. So shout out to them as we all hopefully learned something from that slight but still impactful explanation. It makes sense like that on paper, but in the moment, both sides just wanted the call to go their way, and these umpires, they even said it, you can't have it go both ways all the time. But nonetheless, they have been tremendous today. Hard hit ball right side, picked up at second. Nice move by Sass. High throw to 1, picked up in time for out number 1. And that is the ending of a long battle to begin the bottom of the 4th. A couple of foul balls, a couple back and forth remarks, if you will. But in the end, the battle is won by Stayer on the mound. Only 2 strikeouts in this game for the state champ from Lake Catholic. But he has done more than enough in this game so far. Evan Barker, the DH, now steps in. Hefty cut, swings and misses. 0-1 the count. But this could be a turning point for both squads. Another inning of silence offensively for the Warkats, and that could spell disaster. Fly ball deep to center field, tracked down and caught for out number 2. That is Baker retiring Barker. And now Grady Winder, the third baseman, steps in. But the Warkats need some offense soon. The longer this game continues to be 4-2, the more likely we're going to see OSF slam the door shut and just put their foot down and get this win. And the Warkats know this. They know these games. They know how it works, especially in elimination games. They are a tournament team. But OSF, they have a chip on their shoulder. By run differential, they shouldn't even be here. That should belong to the B2 Bulls, but it's runs against. Their defense did a little bit more during pool play. So in the end, unfortunately for the B2 Bulls, we spoke prematurely yesterday, they did not make it in as they lost out on runs against. But if we go to that run differential column, it's not really close between OSF McCoy and the B2 Bulls. They have that chip saying, we're here because of that being the tiebreaker and not the run differential. We got to prove we deserve this spot. We got to deserve everything from here on out. And they're trying to prove that here, and so far they've done a good job of that. 2-0 in there for strike one. Even if they bow out here, I would say they have definitely proven to us that they deserve to be here. And same with the Warkats. Both sides showing a lot of promise in this game, but only one will advance. Fly ball hit into center field once again. Baker tracks it down. He has it, and that will conclude the 4th inning. Back-to-back putouts in center from Baker, and that is enough to get the Warkats in order once again. Second time through the order, 6 up, 6 down, 4 flyouts, 3 to center, 1 to right, 1 groundout, and a strikeout. The OSF defense has really dialed into this one as we flip to the second half of the game. Top 5 upcoming. It is 4-2 OSF on top on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Schweickert Field on the campus of John Carroll University in University Heights, Ohio. Top of the 5th inning as OSF baseball is on top 4-2 against the Warehouse Warkats. Reminder, the winner of this game plays again at 1 p.m. against Premier Ohio Gambetta. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 the counts. So far this game has been characterized as a tale of the 2 tapes. The first tape, offense. Early on in the game. Tape number 2, defense. Nothing going since, I believe, the 2nd or 3rd inning. Both offenses coming up empty. That has been the tale of the 2 tapes, opposed to just the tale of the 1 tape. There hasn't been that one characteristic that is separating these teams. Good drive, but foul. And that will one hop into the softball diamond. I believe it was 2 years ago now. John Carroll underwent renovations to add turf fields, not only here for the baseball diamond, but also for the softball field. Both turned out looking very nice. The 0-2 in the dirt for ball 1. A lot of great facilities here at John Carroll. Their gymnasium, one of the best in the area. They play host to the Play-by-Play Classic every January for the most part. The 1-2 is going to miss for ball 2. Off to our right, once again, Don Shula Stadium, named after the late, great Miami Dolphins head coach. A lot of money donated by him and the Shula family to John Carroll. They play soccer, lacrosse, and obviously football on that field. Then here for baseball, off to our left, once again softball, and then the gymnasium. I believe they also do have a pool deep enough for diving and everything. A lot of great complexes here at John Carroll. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count. The payoff pitch. Runs inside for ball 4, and Caleb will reach with a leadoff walk. His last time up, he had a 2 RBI double. So if you are the Warkats, that is a more desirable result than 2 run scoring, which right now are the runs of difference. Time now called by the Warkats coaching staff. And it looks like we will have the call to the bullpen made. Sam Confer making his trot onto the diamond as we speak. I would assume it is him that is going to be the replacement of Sioka on the mound. Sioka will come off after 4 innings of work, 4 runs allowed, maybe 1 more depending on what the runner at first base does. But now this is Sam Confer's game to control on the mound. Call to the bullpen has been made. As Confer warms up, we will step aside. Once again, as we get back to the action, the baseball community lost an all-time great in Bobby Jenks last night at the age of 44 due to a rare form of stomach cancer. For those who don't know, Jenks was the head coach of the Windy City Thunderbolts in the Frontier League. He had to step away this year due to some health concerns. As we have a bunt out for out number 1. Good work from Confer getting that out as he begins his tenure on the bump. Going back to Coach Jenks, did a great job with the Thunderbolts. Also known for his stint with the Chicago White Sox, helping them win the 2005 World Series. He was actually the man on the mound to win them the game, forcing a ground out as the game came to a close. So rest in peace to Coach Jenks and condolences to the family. Fly ball hit into right field. That one caught for out number 2. And the ball will be quickly thrown back in. That is Gladys up and then back down. Ramaley, the third baseman, stepping in. 2 down, still a runner at second, trying to bring him in. And as well, according to the schedule, the Thunderbolts still scheduled to play today, which I think is the right call. That's what he would have wanted them to be doing. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. But Sam Confer, wearing number 23, just finished up his junior campaign at Field High School. The 1-0. Pops up into foul territory right in front of the OSF dugout. It is caught in stride, and the side is retired. Excellent work by the Warkats and by Confer, getting some quick outs as he enters the mix, and that will give the offense a chance to do some damage in the bottom of the inning. Middle of 5 here at Schweickert Field. OSF 4, the Warehouse Warkats 2, your score. as we keep things here to stay up to date on all the games that we are covering. Follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is to exceed 4,500 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing and greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. We really appreciate all the growth that we have had this year, having to change our goals so often to be able to have new goals put into effect. It has been a great and humbling year, really, seeing all the support from you, the viewers at home. As we go to break, if you want to sponsor us as a business owner, you can contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and we can work out a deal to promote your business and your brand. Or if you want to leave us a monetary donation that also helps out the business of SmeeSports LLC, you can go over to our website at SmeeSports.com and leave a monetary donation there. All proceeds from that go back into funding these broadcasts and other media for the SmeeSports LLC family of social media homes. Bottom 5, we step aside. Stayer remains in the game on the mound for the bottom of the 5th inning. OSF up 4-2 on the Warkats. Once again, the winner of this game takes on Premier Ohio Gambetta in the 1 p.m. time slot, which will be our first semifinal of 2 today. After this, 2 semifinals, once again, that first game, and then after that, the T3 Warhawks will take on OSF DeSico. And the winners of the 1 and 3:15 p.m. games will play each other at 5:30 for the championship of the 2025 Jakob Gehring Woodbat Memorial World Series in the 17U division. Flown foul, now 2-1. And there is the loud bang off of Don Shula Stadium once again. And as well today, we are in the press box behind home plate, not the press box that also leads into the football press box. So more of a head-on view. The 2-1, grounded down the left field line, back picked at 1, throw to 1, in time for out number 1. Nicely done by the defense of OSF. Really able to throw the glove out there and is able to pick up the ball with plenty of time to spare. With Robertson retired, Rylan Hurley will step back in. A base hit or an error his last time up, kind of a 50-50 of what you want to call it. Right now his focus is repeating the confirmed, and that is that he has reached once today. Good fly from Hurley into left center field. That one is going to be called off and caught by Short for out number 2. 2 up and 2 quickly down. And Antonio C. now steps in. But Quinn Stayer, after a tough start to the game, allowing 2 runs in the first inning, he has been great ever since. But see the left fielder trying to keep the inning going. He will be a rising senior at Lake in the fall. First pitch hangs upstairs for ball 1. And once again, going back to the sun, the shade of the press box starting to cast even more so on the diamond. Ground ball hit towards short, picked up, and the throw to 1 is going to be in time, and the side is retired. Nice throw across from McCord, and the inning is over. For the 3rd time in a row, the Warkats are retired in order. Through 5 in University Heights, it is 4-2 OSF in the driver's seat on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. It's the penultimate inning of our scheduled 7 in this wild card matchup. Top of the 6th inning, OSF up 4-2 on the Warehouse Warkats. For those just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this morning live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. It'll be noon in around 15 minutes from now. But looking at the time, 11:44, this game did start a little bit earlier, but either way, the fact that from the official start time listed on the website of 10:45, an hour in and 5 innings done, shows how ahead of schedule we are. McCoy chops it to the hole between third and short. Picked up at short. Throw to one in time for out number 1. Nice play by DJ Parton. And with 1 down, that'll bring in Reese Sass, the second baseman. Sass, so far in this game, has reached on an error, has stolen a base, and has grounded out. He also did have a kind of awkward play over at first on that first out. Came up lame after hobbling away from the bag. Glad to see he is okay. After Sass, it is Costello then top for OSF. Takes that one in there for strike 2. It is still Sam Confer on the mound. He came in for the 5th inning. Got all 3 outs, so 1 inning of work for him so far in relief of RJ Sikora, who had 4 strikeouts. That one is going to hit for strike 3 looking, and there is out number 2. Strikeout number 1 today, combining it with Schweickert, that is number 5. And now Costello steps in. 2 walks today. So very consistent from him at the plate. First pitch is going to miss off the dish for ball 1. As for the Warkats, it is Dieber, Kolsar, and Lewis set to hit in the next inning. Pitch upstairs now for ball 2. That one going to miss off the plate for ball 3. Confer trying to find the edge of the zone. This is not the time for him to take his foot off the gas. So close to getting out of the inning. Not really any more room to allow damage in this game. The 3-0 upstairs for ball 4. And once again, Costello has walked. His 3rd of the day. And now that brings back in Spencer Short, the left fielder. A base knock, a fly out, and a pop out to his name. Runner at first, 2 down in the top of the 6th inning. Confer looks back, doesn't throw, but still a hefty dive back to the bag. The 1-0 misses upstairs. For OSF, the goal, get 1 more run on the board. They think 3-run lead. That should be enough to see this one out, especially with the the Warkats down to their final 6 outs in this game. And they can definitely use that to their advantage. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Confer checks, sets, and fires. Chopped foul, and out 2-1. For what I've seen, no official signs of Premier Ohio Gambetta making their way to John Carroll quite yet. But we will see them and the other semifinalists soon enough. Runner goes 2-1 outside. Throw down in time, and so is the tag. The side is retired. That is a thing of beauty from Cole Seidler, and the inning is over. Right on the money. Beautiful tag in stride slide. Wow, beautiful. We'll see it again here. Right on the slide and right in stride. Perfectly done. And that will give the Warkats a shot. Heading into the bottom of the 6th inning, it is OSF still up 4-2 on the Warkats. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Warkats needing some runs, down by 2. Still 6 outs to work with. First 3 up here. But looking back at the last 3 innings of work, 3 up, 3 down. They have to break that trend here if they want a chance to win this game. Ground ball hit towards second. Sass picks it up. His throw in time for out number 1. And a quick first out at that. Back to the top we go with Kolsar. He does have some momentum going back to the top of the inning. But it does, or excuse me, that is Kolsar who just was retired. Now it's going to go to Lewis. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Lewis so far in this game, a ground out and a fly out. Good pop into right center. That one going to be caught on the edge of the outfield for out number 2. Once again, taken in by Sass. Back-to-back putouts for the second baseman. Once again, OSF making quick work of the Warkats in the bottom of the 6th inning. And with one more out, once again, it's going to be the same exact script of 3 up, 3 down. And that is not where OSF wants, or that's exactly where OSF wants to be, not where the Warkats want to be. And the top of the inning, OSF is going to send, I believe, the top of their order back out to try and solidify their lead and the win at the same time. The 1-0. In there now, 1-1. Time now 11:51 locally. We still have about 70 minutes until the next game is to start. So that one looks to be ahead of schedule, assuming this one does end in 7. And a lot of this does come due to the fact that the first game of the day did end early. The 1-2 in there for strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. Strikeout number 3 on the day from Stayer, and the 6th inning is over. Nicely done by the state champ. This OSF defense, they have really kicked it into high gear after allowing those 2 early runs. And they are now 3 outs away from sealing and solidifying a spot in the semifinals. One more inning left to go in game number 2. It is the number 5 seed up 4-2 on the Warkats. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Short, Baker, and Caleb looking to solidify the offense and round out a great victory for OSF in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch in is a strike, 0-1 the count. The goal right now for the Warkats is simple. Get out of this inning, don't allow any more damage, and hope your offense gets rolling again in the bottom of the frame. As for OSF, your job's done. If you can add some insurance, then do so. 0-1's going to break foul, now 0-2. Sam Confer still on the mound for the Warkats, who came in for Sioka earlier on. And so far has one strikeout. Combined with his predecessor, they have combined 5. The 0-2. Hard hit ball right side, just going to get past the outstretched second baseman. And that will be a leadoff single for Spencer Short. Nice powerful hit to get that one in there. And now that'll bring in Baker. Baker fly out, strikeout, and strikeout in this game. And knowing Short's speed, wouldn't be surprised to see him take off quickly. Won't there. Bunts it down the right side. And this one is going to go foul. Beautiful idea, but in the end, it will be an 0-1 count. Once again, looking around, still no clear signs of Premier Gambetta. There is also a chance that they are down in the cages getting ready to go. Wouldn't be surprised to see that either. No balls, one strike. Look back, and there is the dive. Confer checks over his shoulder, sets. Runner goes and delivers. It's upstairs, now 1-1. Throw down on the money in time for out number 1. Another beautiful chuck from behind the dish. Seidler, his second throw out of the day. Getting that C as percentage up is big for catchers, and he has done that in a big way in this game. There it is on the replay. No doubt about that. And in the meantime, as we flip back to the action right now, fly ball caught in center for out number 2. Great response by the Warkats, able to get 2 quick outs after allowing a leadoff single. Now that brings in Austin Kalb, the catcher. So far in this game, a pop out, a 2 RBI double, which is the point and really points of difference right now, and then a walk. Chopped left side, foul, 0-1 the count. Stick with us after our final commercial break in this game as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. 0-1 misses down low, evening up the count. A lot of good candidates on both sides, but a couple of main and key pieces sticking out so far. But that could change depending on how the bottom of the inning goes. Hard hit grounder down the left side, but foul. Count now sits at 1-2. For the Warkats, they're going to have Seidler, Barker, and Widner come up. It'll be their 4, 5, and 6 hitters trying to keep the game going. Or even better for the Warkats, trying to win them the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Chops foul yet again. And now off to our left, it does appear the first remnants and pieces of Premier Gambetta are starting to make it to John Carroll. So we will have a sizable amount of downtime in between the two games. The 1-2 in there. It's beautiful. It's strike 3, and the side is retired. Confer puts it in perfectly, and he is able to get a pseudo 1-2-3 inning. Leadoff single, but with a little bit of help from his defense, he is able to get out of that one with ease. It's closing time for OSF's defense. They are up 4-2. Need to keep it that way to seal a trip to the semifinals. Premier Gambetta awaits the winner. Find out who joins them in the semis when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Last chance for the Warkats in the bottom of the 7th inning. OSF up 4-2 on the number 4 seed. The winner of this game takes on Premier Gambetta in the game that is to follow in around 59 minutes from now. But it does look like that game will get moved up at least a little bit depending on how quick Premier Ohio gets here. Knowing Premier, they'll all be here within the next 15-20 minutes. So we should be ready to go for the next game at around 12:45. First pitch is in for a strike. 0-1 the count. It is Seidler, Barker, and Widner this inning for the Warkats in the 4, 5, and 6 slots. And for OSF on the mound, it is still Stayer staying in. 3 strikeouts so far today. And I think he is going to try and end this one out here so he can save the rest of his teammates' arms for the next 2 games. The 1-1, going to miss for ball 2. Pleasantly surprised to see the close games to begin today. Usually in pool play and at the early parts of championship ball, we see some of these big run rules, games that really aren't competitive from the start. But today, if the result holds here, combined 3 runs in favor of the winners. 1 run in game number 1, 2 runs here. And going back to yesterday, we had one good game in the beginning as that was a 4-2 game. Game number 2, not so much as the final was 18-1. And that run rule finally came to be in the 6th. The 2-2 in there for strike 3 looking, and there is out number 1. Back-to-back looking strikeouts from Steyer dating back to the last inning. He now has 4 today. With 1 down, now Evan Barker, the DH, steps in. Barker just finished up his junior campaign at Stowe Monroe. Steyer slides and fires. Good drive into right field. That one is going to be down, and there is not going to be a contest over at first base. We did see an out on a grounder into right field. That is not going to happen there, and that will bring up the tying run. Time now called for a courtesy/pinch runner. As it is for the DH, we've seen him have a runner come in before. It's going to be Parton. He was the last out before the catcher, so that does make sense. So that is more of an official courtesy. Now Widner steps in. 1 base hits and 1 fly out to his name. First pitch misses down low for ball 1. Once again, stick with us after our final commercial break, which will transpire once this one goes final. Then we will announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. The 1-0, ground ball chopped to third, but booted into left field. On the E5, the game will continue, and that'll put the tying run on at first. That could have been a double play to close this one out, but just an awkward hop gets the best of Rameli. And I think if you are OSF, you give 1 more runner or 1 run comes in, and then you talk to Steyer or take him out. But I kind of think he is the man that they're going to keep in, and if I was the head coach, I'm saying if we're going to win, it's on his back. You need 2 more outs to get the win. You have 1 run to play with. 4-3 does the same as 4-2. Now time called as Caleb is going to go and talk to his pitcher. Caleb definitely a contender for player of the game, but that remains yet to be seen if he will officially take on those honors or not, and a lot of that depends on the next 5 to 10 minutes. Caleb satisfied with the words of Steyer, most likely just some votes of confidence going both ways. But now it's a chance for Mason Robertson to do some damage. First pitch, bounces right. Caleb keeps it close. Runner goes, throw down, not in time, and he stays on the base. Excellent handwork, able to keep himself just on the bag. Almost came off, and that would have been a big second out. Runners at the corners. Now a first and third comes on. And now this is where baseball truly becomes a chess match. Do you send the runner and risk him being out to bring in run number 3? Do you hold up? Do you cut it off of your OSF? What do you do here? They're going to send the runner. No, it's going to be a fake out, and I kind of like that. We've seen that a lot today where they commit. Then once the ball actually releases, they stop and make it more of an, I would say, elaborate secondary. But they always make that initial break to try and throw off the catcher. Does it again a little bit slower. Popped up the middle. This one is going to fall right on the bag at second. Throw to 1. Not in time. They didn't get any of the outs. And that will load up the bases. The ball fell in perfectly. And nobody can make a play. And now it's Ryan Hurley stepping in. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Maybe the worst guy, if you are OSF, to see come in. And there it is. He cuts it off right in front of his teammate on the bag. Do they pull him? I don't know. This is going to be one of the biggest calls of the day, and it could be the last call of the day if we do see the Warkats pull off a big win. And there it is on your screen, a closer look at the mound visits. They're going to keep him in, it appears. Steyer needs that vote of confidence. Rylan Hurley, the power hitter from St. Vincent St. Mary, a chance to play some hero ball. And once again, he is the man to do it. We've covered Rylan a good amount over the years. One of the top guys in that organization. Looking at this past year for Hurley, just to kind of set the table. 227 average, but 13 RBIs, and he did have a home run. Ground ball hit up the middle. This could do it. They get the out at 2. Throw to 1 is not going to be in time. And now the tying run is 90 feet away. Hurley does a job. Runners at the corners, 2 down, 4-3. And now it's Antonio C's turn to try and tie this one up. We'll see it here. Hurley does the right thing, putting that one in play, and it's his hustle that keeps the game going. And just barely keeps the game going at that. Well, here it is. Most likely the final at-bat of the game, barring any anomalies or just a basic single. C chops it to short. This could do it. Throw across for the win. He got it. OSF is going to hang on and win the baseball game by a final of 4-3. What a throw across the diamond. It is McCord sealing the win. And at long last, OSF hangs on. And we have our first upset seeding-wise of the day. The 5 seed takes down the 4. That ball is not in time. We would be tied up at 4-all. But in the end, it is the rising senior at NDCL putting this one to rest. 4-3 your final. One final commercial break. Then we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. 4-3 your final score here at Schweickert Field in game number 2 of the day. OSF baseball hanging on by a thread. They get the job done, taking down the Warkats. Your player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center in Strongsville. It is Austin Caleb, the catcher. A big 2 RBI double. That was enough to be the point of difference in this tight victory. It doesn't matter how much you win by. 1-11-21. A win is a win. And OSF will stay with us and remain in the competition as they take on Premier Gambetta in the game that is to follow. We heard 12:30 down below. I think there was an appeal made for 12:45, so I am going to go with the latter being the result. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter, as well as subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is 4,500 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It has no cost, but greatly helps out all we do at SmeeSports. As well, if you want to become a broadcast sponsor, the information is on your screen on how you can reach out to us. You can also go to our website at SmeeSports.com and leave us a note there saying you want to become a broadcast sponsor, and we can go from there. Time now to switch on over to game link number 3 as Premier Ohio Gambetta takes on OSF McCoy. But for now, that'll do it from University Heights. OSF gets the upset, 4-3 your final. I am Nathan Smee saying so long for now, and we will see you again in a few moments. This has been the 2025 Jakob Gehring Wood Bat Memorial World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in partnership with the 965 Midwest Challenge. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next time.